Okay, so in this video, we're going to be using your calculator to solve those 3 by 3, those long, tedious ones. We're going to make it extremely quick, and it's going to make you hopefully extremely happy to be able to do this. So the steps here we're going to do is create a matrix first. So we're going to hit second, matrix edit. So basically what you're going to do is go into matrix. To get there, it's second and then matrix. And then you're going to select edit and pick a matrice and create the matrice. So let's start there. So you'll see second. And then matrix is right above your inverse, your x to the negative 1. And then we're going to go to edit. And you're going to pick a matrix. You got an infinite number here. I like the letter A, so I'm going to start with A. And you pick the size. And these have all been 3 by 4 matrices. So where's that coming from? So if you look at your equations here, what you have is coefficients. And so when we create our matrix, we're going to call it X for the first column, Y for the second column, Z for that column, and then put a little dotted line for equals, and then your constant. So it's the coefficients. So our A for the first one is 1, 1, 1, and the constant is 4. And then it would be 2, negative 1, 2, and the constant is 5. And then 1, 4, negative 5, 1. So that is how we create our matrices. So 1, 1, 1, 4, 2, negative 1, 2, 5, 1, 4, negative 5, 1. So we're going to enter this into our calculator. So this is why we needed a 3 by 4. We have an X column, a Y column, a Z column, and the constant column, and we have 3 equations. So to enter it, once you've put in the 3, 4, so again, to do that, you just start by going 3, enter, 4, enter, and it's just a lot of entering numbers. So you hit 1, enter, 1, enter, 1, enter, 4, enter, and that's our first equation. So it was x plus y plus z equals 4. And then the next one is 2, negative 1, 2, and 5, and then 1, and 4, and negative 5, and 1. And there you go. So we get this situation here. You're going to verify that everything is correct, that we've plugged them all in correctly, because the calculator won't make error, it's our error. So everything looks good. So now you're going to hit second, quit, and now our matrix C is created. So the next thing now is to actually create the reduced form that we want. So you're going to go second, matrix back in, and you're going to go to math. So again, edit is where we create them. Names is where we grab them, and math is where we get to do stuff with them. So what we want is our REF, and so you're going to scroll up, and you'll see it as A, or B, sorry, B. And you select it. This is a reduced row echelon form. You hit enter, and then now it's going to ask you, well, which matrix do you want to use? So you go back into matrix, and you grab that matrix. Don't hit edit. Edit is where we create them. It's names, so we want number 1. And now it'll say, okay, well, I will solve this for you. So you hit enter, and it solves it. So we have this matrix. So it's 2, 1, 1 at the end with a diagonal 1. It's exactly what we wanted. So it's that last row that we're looking for. 2, 1, 1. And what that is actually our answers. So if you rewrite this back in the form, so remember the first column is x. Our equation would be x. And then there's no y. See, there's a 0. So no y, no z, and then that little dotted line means equals. And then 2. So see, x is 2. So the next one would be no x, and then y. And then no z and equals 1. So what it's giving you, so the last one obviously is z equals 1, is your solution to that equation. And so all you have to do now is really, if you really want to, is to check them. So let's just plug it in the first one. That would be 2, 1, and 1. So 2 plus 1 plus 1 is 4. Works perfectly. If you check the last one, that would be 2 plus 4 is 6 minus 5 equals 1. See, they all check. So for number 1, that's your solution. So that's all you have to do is plug them in. So let me have you try number 4 and see if you can figure out the solution that same exact way. So you may have to rewind and rewatch the video and try it again, but try number 4. Okay, so I've already entered it in. So you can see there's my 3 by 4. If I go to edit, I'll show it to you. And we have 5, -4, 1, -6, 4, 1, -5, 2, 2, -1, 3, 2. That's perfect. Hit second, quit. Now here's a nice trick. We've already got our REF in here. So if I just hit enter, I don't have to re-enter it again. It just gives it to me. So it's 1, 3, 1. So if you just change matrix A, hit enter, it'll keep giving you a different solution. So I can do it again. See? Does it again. Whatever matrix A is, it's there. So my answer is 1, 3, 1. So for number 4, the answer was 1, 3, 1. If we check one quick one, that's 5 minus 12 plus 1. That's 6 minus 12 is -6. Checks perfectly. All right, so just to show you how quick these can be now, if you take these horrible equations we had before, you're going to rewrite them. And so this would now become 1a plus 2b minus 3c equals 9. So 2a minus 1b plus 2c. You see what I'm doing? That's right. I'm changing it. So I'm going to say 1 over x is a, 1 over y is b, and 1 over z is c. And so then we get 3a minus 1b minus 4z. So if you notice, it's just the coefficients. You don't have to even do it. It's 1, 2, -3, 9, 2, -1, 2, -8, 3, -1, -4, 3. And now if you plug that in for your a, it'll solve it for us. So second matrix, edit, still a 3 by 4. So we do 1, 2, -3, 9, and then 2, -1, 2, -8, 3, -1, -4, and 3. It's actually kind of relaxing to let a computer do everything for you, huh? It's a nice feeling. Dude, I'm just double checking them all. It looks good. Yep. So now second quit, hit enter, and we get 1, 2, -2. So 1, 2. So now it's a equals 1, b equals 2, and c equals -2. So now if we replace this is 1 over x, this is 1 over y, and this is 1 over z. So you notice it's just a reciprocal. This would imply that x is equal to, we flip it. So it's 1 over 1. Y would be 1 over 2. And z would be 1 over -2. So this means we get 1, 1/2, and -1/2 for our answers. So you can do that for all of these. Just solve it, and if you see them as fractions, you just flip them for your answer. All right, that's it for the calculator. Thanks.